was really looking forward to this wedding, but I missed it because I was completely out for the count. Last year I was invited to a wedding. It was really lovely service. Unfortunately, that's all I actually saw of the wedding. There was various people coming around putting cupcakes on the table. Unbeknown to me, it did contain drugs, but I didn't know that. Had I known that, I would never have even touched one. I just remember I was okay one minute, and the next minute I said to one of the family members that was with me that I didn't feel very well, and the next thing I remember was waking up at 3 o'clock the next morning in Torbay Hospital. It was quite worrying for my family members because they had I can remember my sister-in-law saying to me since that event that she had trouble finding my pulse, and I was grey in colour, and she was on the brink of actually about to start CPR, but the paramedics and the ambulance was called and they came and took me away.
And did anybody else eat this cake at the wedding?
My father-in-law did, but in one respect, which was good for him because he was almost 90, he was very violently sick, but I wasn't sick because I was just totally out of everything. I didn't know that I'd been taken to hospital, like I said, and it was really, really bad. And I must admit, I did feel very sort of unstable and very shaky for the next couple of days. It wasn't just sort of like I got over it and I was okay. I was very not really quite with it, and that lasted for at least 2 more days after that. I felt awful, dirty, violated, and that basically how could anybody do that and put drugs into cakes when you're at a wedding and where there's little children running around as well. And I later found out that one of the children was just stopped in time because one of the children went to eat one of the cakes. Had I known that there was remotely any kind of drugs in the cupcakes, I wouldn't have touched them at all. It just makes you very wary, whereas before you were trusting, because the sort of people that I would, sort of associate with are decent people.
Everyone assumes that people get their drink spiked, but obviously food can be spiked just as much as drinks.